Let's now dive right into a little introduction about the magic of jewelry design, jewelry's history and meaning in a human context. When we approach jewelry sketching, there are a few things that are helpful to keep in mind. There are a few basic geometric shapes that come up again and again in jewelry: square, triangle, circle, spiral, oval, rectangle. And there are infinite variations like stars, rhomboids, or hearts, for example. In jewelry, symmetry is often used to support the feeling of beauty and balance. Asymmetry gives a more unshackled feel, and it often invokes more visual interest. It can also feel more agitated than calm. Often, symmetric pieces have some small aspects of asymmetry to make them even more compelling. Just like in nature, there's no perfect symmetry. Nature in general is both a great teacher and inspiration for all kinds of jewelry and art. Often, symmetry evolves around the body's center line. Pendants, left and right earrings, and ring tops are also very often symmetrical. In general, jewelry is something worn, and so it is good if it at least loosely adheres to the body shape. A very straightforward example of this is a ring. Yet, there is also jewelry which is super imaginative and can push the boundaries of even being called jewelry. Strange face masks, apparati which are coiled around the body like snakes, nails that appear to go through your thumb, or even a VIP card hanging around your neck or sunglasses in your hair can all be seen as adornments of the body, which defines jewelry at its core. So if you want to push the boundaries of what could be called jewelry, go for it. Looking at all these different pieces can also often be the best source of inspiration. In general, studying other people's art can ignite a great spark in us. Think of your favorite visual artist, a piece of music, a sculptural installation, or a certain architectural style. We can find inspiration for our work in the wonderful work of others. Seeing what's possible will help us gain a deeper understanding of the possibilities and artistic language we could employ. It will reveal to us what's pleasing to the eye or exciting and astonishing. Never directly copy, but steal with the eyes and get inspired. One further aspect that is connected to basic shapes is negative space. Negative space is used a lot in art and sculpture, and just as well in jewelry. In graphic design, it is known as white space. This is referring to the empty area surrounding the artwork, and it can also refer to empty space or a background color between the objects. It gives the observer visual breathing room and emphasizes the actual subject. It is a kind of contrast with the artwork in itself that also helps to create balance and avoids sensual overwhelm. So if you take a look at a piece of art or jewelry next time, maybe try to pay attention to the negative space as well, if there is any, and how it is used. Another aspect that makes for intriguing jewelry design is movement. Just as the body moves, so does jewelry. Simply because of their physicality, earrings dangle, a pendant sways, a jointed bracelet articulates, but that's not all. Many designers like to build an intentional, but not strictly necessary element of movement into their pieces. Be it via hinges, jump rings, chains, magnets, soft material, or even small motors, there are many possibilities on how we can introduce playful movement into otherwise rigid shapes. Jewelry has a great role to play in communicating social status, affiliation with a certain group, expression of style or zeitgeist, telling of stories, and so much more. It is, in essence, a way of expression for human creativity, identity, and mind. It is an integral part of human culture. And by the way, jewelry is one of the oldest types of archaeological artifacts. There is a specific type of shell called Nassarius, which was supposedly already worn as jewelry 100,000 years ago. Isn't that totally insane if you think about it? So, in doing what we are doing here, we are part of one of the oldest traditions of humanity overall. The most timeless jewelry is often the most simple. Think about wedding rings. They are often only a ring, nothing more. Or the absolutely iconic Tiffany engagement ring. Simple and straightforward often has the most impact. Like with any design, you could try to reduce so much until you can't reduce anymore. However, if you go for a Bollywood tiara or a Thai queen's crown, disregard what I just said and have fun indulging to the limit. As for types, there are rings, pendants, brooches, earrings, bangles, necklaces, tiaras, or crowns. There are many more subtypes of jewelry, yet these are some of the most commonly seen and worn. Also, there are multiple types of materials. Precious metals like gold, silver, platinum, or palladium are an all-time classic. Yet jewelry can also consist of pearls, all kinds of gemstones, or other less common substances like glass, feather, hair, cloth, leather, wood, and basically anything else you can think of. Last but not least, each human culture had and has its own distinctive use of design vocabulary, particular patterns, artistic elements, or specific use of materials. I offered you many examples of very different epochs and regions, traditions and cultures, ancient as well as contemporary. It is very worthwhile to dive into the history of jewelry to enrich your own comprehension and expression. Let's sketch some jewelry together. This little video is just a small part of my latest jewelry sketching class where we draw what draws us, a deep dive into our own creative wonderland. Link is in the video description and pinned under the video.